Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode of the Self Improvement Project. I am sitting down talking to you, recording on New Year's Day, the 1st of January. There is something about the years just rolling in. This will be the 5th year of doing this podcast, which, when said out loud, sounds ridiculous. To turn up until the latter end of last year every week to talk about anything really self-improvement wise, as I like to say, for the soul, it just seems crazy how quick life can go. It will have been yesterday's Sunday Thoughts talked about the importance of doing the thing that you wish you want to do. The thing that you wish you'd started earlier, that you wish if you had more time you would do. By saying that out loud, the 5 years of doing this podcast just epitomizes the point of, if you have a minimum of doing something, that it's better to start now than later, because you'll always wish that you'd done it a little bit more. Especially as circumstances change, as your life evolves, as your life pivots through and zigzags through all these different obstacles that arise. You always want constant things that you can be proud of. This episode is quite similar to last week's. And I was actually looking back at my journal from the start of 2024. And I mean, we could roll back the years and talk about goals and systems and things like that. That is a well-versed theme nowadays in the self-improvement space. But the thing that I want you to have a strategy on, to have a vision on, if you're looking for change this January, is your lifestyle. I don't want you to have a singular goal. Most people have their exercise goal or their diet goal, but I want you to have your lifestyle goal. Like I say, this is visionary. This is, how do you want your day to look day to day? What do you want every element of your life to look like? I personally have found this the most rewarding and fulfilling exercise I've probably ever done in my life. By moulding and shaping your lifestyle, everything else falls into place. Instead of picking a job based on the money or the title, why don't you pick a job that allows it to fit in with the lifestyle that you want? Without sounding selfish or entitled, we have that choice now. As long as we're able to accept the consequences of our decisions. I'm not personally a believer in having unlimited freedom, even though that's the buzzword nowadays. I think we need structure, I think we need routine, I think we need responsibility. But we do have that choice in what it looks like now. I want you to think about your lifestyle from every element, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. What does your job look like? What does the day-to-day entail? Have you dissected it enough to even be aware of what it entails? Does your 9 to 5 keep you healthy? Or is it holding you back from being healthy? Does your commute stop you from being healthy as well? Same question. What about your relationships? What about hobbies that you have? What about your diet and how that is impacted by your lifestyle? the tough thing with this overarching strategy vision is that it takes time to mold, to chip away at. You need to chisel the things that need refining. You need to leave the bits that are actually okay. You need to understand that a lot of life isn't up to you, but the things that you choose to do, choose them wisely and make sure that they align with who you are and what you want, because life is going to go quick. Life will evolve as well. What you like now may not be what you like in 10 years. I remember in my early 20s, I was willing to take on anything because I had the energy to. I had the blank canvas in front of me that I wanted to try things. I was happy to say yes to anything in order to learn. And then you learn lessons as you go. But as time goes on, you start to refine your taste. What matters to you? What do you want your days to look like? What do you want your years to look like? One of the scary things, I would probably say, for me, since 2019-ish, I would say the lifestyle that I desired, I've lived, right? And we're now in 2025. That's going to be 6 years of it. Those 6 years have gone by in a flash. Again, maybe a lesson in life that when we're working towards something through suffering or pain, the journey seems longer, right? But then when we not reach our desires, because they never end, but when we reach what we think we want, time just goes really quickly. Maybe through that enjoyment, maybe through that fun, maybe through that meaningful experience that we're having. One single goal is not going to get you there. Lots of them might, but if you don't know the direction that you're going, what you actually want at the very, very end, what you want it to all look like, nothing will really change. If you're following fads that are a current trend, you're living someone else's life, you're keeping up with the world. What about what you want your life to look like? What about when you're 20, 30 years down the line? What will your health look like? What will your career look like? What will your relationships look like? Because everything that you do now is shaping that, is forming that for the future. If you could pick me up and put me in 20 years' time, and I felt very similarly to how I feel now, I would be happy. I accept and own what comes with a simple life, but that is my choice. And when you have that peace that you've made that choice, you accept it and you live it, you enjoy it, you bathe in it. If you want a busy life, a high-flying life, live it and plonk yourself in 20 years' time and still be happy. But the important thing is that you choose. You choose your lifestyle. Don't let it be chosen by others. Don't let it be dictated by something you think you want or something that you think will fix it all. There's a well-roundedness, there's a balance to this, that when we understand that we can't have it all, that we need to choose the things that are most important to us, that are going to mold and shape our lives. Our desire is obviously to get there as quickly as possible and then just enjoy it. Ride off into the sunset. The illusion of retirement. why not just fix your lifestyle now? Why not simplify it as much as possible to make it as easy to achieve as you possibly can, and then mold it from there? You'll be surprised at how simple things are when you do that. But my message to you today is to not get carried away with one thing that you think will fix your life. It's about choosing a lifestyle that you could happily look at yourself in 20 years' time and be at peace with. Guys, I'm going to close there. As always, it's a pleasure sitting down to talk through my thoughts and hopefully provoke some thought for yourself. Get some pen and paper. Spend 5-10 minutes writing down what you want your day-to-day life to look like. And be as selfish as possible. It's not about being indulgent. It's not about being materialistic. It's about being pure and really listening to, if you could, what possibilities are out there for you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening as always, and I will see you all next time. Cheers.